Hey everyone, welcome back. Ready for another deep dive. Today we're exploring the life of A.P. Chandara, a name you might not know just yet.
Yeah.
But get this, he played a huge GE role in shaping the sound of an entire region over in Kenya.
It's pretty amazing.
We're going to uncover just how much one person can achieve when they've got passion and vision.
Exactly.
And we're going to do that by taking a deep dive into all this incredible source material you've given me.
We're looking forward to it.
So let's jump right in.
Sounds good.
Who was A.P. Chandara?
Well, what's so fascinating about Chandara is that he wasn't actually a musician himself.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was the founder of Chandara Records,
Oh, wow.
which he started in a town called Kericho in Kenya
Okay.
back in the late 1950s.
Chandara Records. It sounds like it was like the place for musicians back then.
It really was.
What's so special about it?
It was a real melting pot of musical talent.
Oh, wow.
Chandara Records attracted artists from all different backgrounds and genres.
I can imagine. But to really grasp its impact, we need to talk about Kericho itself.
Right. You mentioned Kericho's location was important.
Yeah.
Tell me more.
Kericho, even today, is a super vibrant town in the Kenyan highlands.
Okay.
But what's really crucial is its diversity.
Gotcha.
So think about it. Chandara was surrounded by all these different communities,
Yeah.
different cultures,
Makes sense.
all expressing themselves through music.
Yeah.
And this exposure, being surrounded by all these different cultures, really played a huge role in shaping his vision.
Yeah.
You know, he saw music as this way to connect people,
Yeah.
to preserve traditions,
Oh.
and to share those stories
With the world.
with the world.
So he wasn't just recording music, he was building a whole platform for cultural expression.
Absolutely.
That's really cool.
It's amazing.
But if we're talking about the sound of an entire region,
Yeah.
there's one genre that really stands out, right?
Yeah.
Benga music.
Uh-huh.
Tell me more about that.
Oh, absolutely.
What is it?
Chandara is very closely associated with popularizing Benga music.
Okay.
It actually originated in the Luo community of Kenya,
Okay.
and it's known for its incredibly fast rhythms,
Oh, wow.
these intricate guitar riffs,
Ooh.
and lyrics that really weave tales of everyday life,
Oh, wow.
love,
Yeah.
and even politics. Yeah, it's a very powerful genre.
I bet. Do you think we could actually hear a little bit of Benga?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Just to get a feel for it.
Of course.
I'd love to hear
Yeah, let's do it.
Awesome. Here's a clip.
Wow.
You can feel the energy.
You can really feel the energy in that music. It's infectious.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Chandara saw that potential. He saw that energy.
He did.
And he provided a platform for some of these Benga artists.
Absolutely. Like Oshang Nelly
Okay.
and the Kawer Boys,
I've heard of them.
who are just absolute legends today.
Yeah.
And through Chandara Records, he recorded their music, distributed it,
Yeah.
and really helped them break into not just the national, but the international music scene. So he wasn't just recording, he was launching careers.
Yeah, for sure.
He was bringing this unique Kenyan sound to the whole world.
He was.
That's incredible.
And back then, before the internet, before streaming vinyl records, that was how people experienced music.
Yeah.
You know, finding a Chandara Records label on a vinyl record, that was like a stamp of approval.
Oh, wow.
For many Kenyans, it was like holding a piece of their own culture in their hands.
That's a powerful image, yeah. A tangible symbol of cultural pride.
It really is.
But it wasn't just about Benga, right?
No, it wasn't.
I'm looking at my notes here, and it says Chandara recorded a pretty diverse range of genres.
He did, you're right.
Like what?
He recorded Swahili Tarab,
Okay,
Kikuyu folk music,
cool.
even coastal Tarab.
Wow, he really had a diverse catalog.
He did.
So we're talking about Swahili Tarab,
Yeah.
Kikuyu folk music,
Uh-huh.
and coastal Tarab.
That's right.
Those are names that might not be familiar to everyone listening. Can you break those down for us a little bit?
Oh, of course.
Like, what are they?
So Swahili Tarab,
Yeah.
that's a genre with Arabic influences,
Okay.
known for its poetic lyrics,
Interesting.
often featuring instruments like the out and violin.
Okay. And then what about Kikuyu folk music?
Kikuyu folk music
Oh.
is rooted in the traditions of the Kikuyu people,
Okay.
often uses instruments like drums and flutes.
Makes sense. And then coastal Tarab, as the name suggests, comes from the coast.
Yeah, Kenya's coastal region,
Right.
and it blends Swahili and Arabic musical elements.
It sounds like Chandara really had his finger on the pulse of Kenyan music in all its diversity.
He did.
He understood the power of all these different traditions
Yeah.
and wanted to share them with the world.
Exactly.
They look cool.
They really recognize the value in preserving
Yeah.
and promoting this rich tapestry of musical heritage.
Yeah, and
remember, he was doing all of this during a time of
big change.
Significant social and political change in Kenya.
Yeah.
The country was transitioning to independence.
Right.
And there was just this incredible surge of creative energy.
That's a really interesting point.
Yeah.
So Chandarana wasn't just recording music, he was capturing a pivotal moment in Kenya's history.
Absolutely.
His work provides like a sonic snapshot of that era.
Yes. And that's what makes his story so compelling.
Yeah.
It's about more than just the music itself.
Right.
It's about the cultural and historical context in which it was created.
Right.
It's about the people, the stories, and the spirit of a nation finding its voice.
It makes you wonder what it must have been like to be a fly on the wall.
I know.
In those recording sessions.
Yeah.
Witness that creative energy firsthand.
Right.
But of course, no era lasts forever.
Sadly not.
Right.
No.
The music industry is constantly changing.
It is.
And I'm guessing the 1980s brought some challenges for Chandarana Records.
Yeah. The 1980s saw the emergence of new recording technologies.
Like what?
Like cassette tapes became really popular.
Yeah.
And the vinyl record, which had been Chandarana's bread and butter, started to decline.
I bet that was tough to navigate.
Right.
It's like the whole industry was shifting beneath his feet.
It was a really difficult time for a lot of independent record labels.
Yeah.
Not just Chandarana Records.
Right.
Musical tastes were also changing. And it became harder for Chandarana to keep up with the trends.
I imagine.
But even though that golden age of vinyl faded, Chandarana Records left an undeniable legacy.
It sounds like it.
Yeah.
What happened to Chandarana Records after that?
Well, Chandarana Records might not be actively producing music today.
Okay.
But its impact is still felt deeply.
Oh, wow.
For those who experienced it firsthand, it remains a symbol of a thriving creative era in Kenya.
Yeah.
And thankfully, the Chandarana family has been incredibly dedicated to safeguarding his legacy.
So they're keeping his vision alive.
They are.
Tell me more about that.
Well, they've preserved the master tapes, the original vinyl records.
That's great.
And they've even collected stories from those who worked with him.
Oh, cool.
Or were influenced by his work.
That's so cool.
They're essentially caretakers of a vital piece of Kenyan musical history.
That's incredible. It's like they're holding on to a treasure trove of cultural memory.
Exactly. And they understand that these recordings aren't just about the past.
Yeah.
They're about keeping those stories alive for future generations.
It's so important.
It's about ensuring that A.P. Chandarana's contribution to Kenyan music and culture is never forgotten.
You know, what's really striking me is how much one person's vision can resonate across time.
Yeah.
Here we are all these years later,
I'm
still talking about the impact of Chandarana Records.
It's amazing.
It really speaks to the power of passion and dedication.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And it reminds us that sometimes the most meaningful legacies are built not on fame or fortune, but on a genuine desire to nurture and share something you believe in.
Okay, so we've talked about the history,
Yeah.
the music, the challenges, and the legacy. But before we wrap up this deep dive, I want to play you a little something.
Right.
It's a snippet from a fictional interview about Chandarana Records.
Okay.
Listen to the tone, the emotion, and the speaker's voice.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it really hits home that Chandarana's impact went far beyond just the music itself.
Yeah.
It's about cultural preservation, community building, and leaving a lasting legacy.
Absolutely. And what's so inspiring is that his story isn't unique.
That's true.
There are A.P. Chandaranas all around us.
Yeah.
Individuals who are working tirelessly to make a difference in their own communities.
That's such a good point.
Yeah.
People who are passionate about preserving traditions, supporting the arts, keeping those cultural flames burning bright.
Think about the people in your own life who are making a difference.
Yeah.
Even in small ways.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a teacher who inspires a love of learning, or a local artist showcasing their work,
Yeah.
or someone dedicated to keeping a community garden thriving.
You know, sometimes we get so caught up in the big names, the flashy headlines, that we forget about the unsung heroes working quietly behind the scenes.
Exactly. And those are the stories that often resonate the most.
Yeah.
The stories of individuals driven by passion and purpose, who create ripples of positive change that extend far beyond themselves.
This whole deep dive has really been an eye-opener.
It has.
A.P. Chandarana's story is a powerful reminder that we all have the potential to leave a mark on the world.
It's true. And it starts by recognizing the value in what others are doing.
Yeah.
By supporting their efforts. And by sharing their stories.
Yeah.
Who knows, maybe you'll be inspired to uncover a hidden gem in your own community.
Yeah.
Someone whose work deserves to be celebrated and remembered.
Well said. It's amazing how much one person's vision can impact the world.
It really is.
AP Chandarana's story is a testament to that. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into his life and legacy. We hope you found it as inspiring as we did.